By now, as a JAMB candidate, you already know how important your government exam is. As an art student, you cannot do without government. So I want you to give me your attention, avoid any distraction right now as we delve into questions you should expect from government as an art student, right? Government is one of those, although it can be voluminous, but it's one of those subjects that you can gain a lot of marks from, right? You can get maximum marks from government. So avoid any distraction. What you are watching now is part 2. We have also done part 1, which I believe you should go over and start from part 1 after watching this part 2. But then in this JAMB exam, our goal is for you to enter school this year. So let us keep studying through this expected Expo questions on government. Number 1, are you with me? The doctrine of separation of power is associated with dash. The doctrine of separation of power is associated with dash. A. Montesquieu. B. Locke. C. Marx. D. Hobbes. These are fundamental areas in government. The answer is A. A is the answer, Montesquieu. Okay? If I were you, go over to your government textbook and read up everything you can about separation of power. Separation of power, we're talking about separation of powers of legislation, separation of powers of legislation, executive, and the judiciary. Also, separation of powers and responsibilities between local, federal government, state government, and local government. Okay? Number 2, are you still here? Which of the following is not a mode of constitutional change? Which of the following is not a mode of constitutional change? A. Party manifesto. B. Formal amendment. C. Judicial decision. D. Statutory revision. You know, constitutions can be amended, right? Constitution can be amended as time goes on. Now, I have an assignment for you. Assignment number 1 in this video is, tell me which body in the government, which group is responsible for constitutional amendment in a democracy. Whenever I give an assignment, remember not to jump it. Some people will read and jump. Don't jump and pass. If you're a serious candidate, I will know when you submit your assignments. There is already something I see in the coming exam that is making me to pick this area as an assignment. So go over and tell me the body responsible for constitutional change in a democracy. Also, if you're a serious student and you watch this particular video from now until the end of this video, I'm going to give you a gift. That gift will be free JAMB syllabus and free JAMB past question on your 4 subjects in this JAMB. I'm going to give you free JAMB syllabus on government, free JAMB past question on government. These are the tools you need. I'll also give you on the other subjects we'll be studying. Okay? The other 3 subjects beyond government that you'll be writing in your JAMB. Which of the following is not a mode of constitutional change? A. Party manifesto. Party manifesto is the answer. Party manifesto cannot be the basis for changing the constitution of the whole country. Okay? 3. The major change effected by the government of Major General Aguiyi Ironsi was the dash. As a government student, as an art student, of course, you should know the story of Aguiyi Ironsi because he was the one that abolished federalism and enthroned the unitary government. Whenever we say Aguiyi Ironsi, the thing that comes to mind as a serious art student should be unitary government. Okay? The major change affected by the government of Major General Aguiyi Ironsi was the dash. A. Abolition of federalism. B. Reposition of government officials. C. Dissolution of boards of corporation. D. Creation of states. The answer is simple. The answer is what? Abolition of federalism. Aguiyi Ironsi came, abolished federalism, and enthroned unitary government. Okay? Are you following? Are you following? Remember that this one you are watching is part 2. This is not the only video we have done on government. We started from part 1, part 2, part 3, and several other videos. If you need me to give you access to all the videos we've done on government, tell me. I could give it to you free of charge. Also, we've done a lot of videos on use of English, on economics, on your other subjects, right? If you need me to give you free access to other videos we have done, just indicate the name of the subject and tell me to give you the link, and I could give them to you when you mention the subject. According to the 1976 local government reform, the chief executive of the local government council is the dash. According to the 1976 local government reform, I told you in part 1 to go over and read up everything you can find about local government reform, especially the 1976 local government reform. Go and read it up. Go to your textbook and read it up. Now, the reason why I will not tell you all the answers and explain everything is that I won't be there with you in the exam hall, right? You will have 180 questions to contend with, and you have 40 seconds to answer each of them, right? So I need you to do your due diligence. I will do my part. I will play my part by giving you these questions on a daily basis, but then I need you to don't fold your hands. Read, and read. According to the 1976 local government reform, the chief executive of a local government council is the dash. A. Supervisory council. B. Chairman of the local government council. C. Governor of the seat. D. Secretary of the local government council. The answer is simple. Local government chairman is the executive officer. The chief executive officer in a local government system is the what? Chairman of the local government. It's as simple as that. In a state, the chief executive officer is the governor. In a federal government, it is the president. Now let's read something. Note, I want you to note this. The 1976 local government reform done under General Olusegun Obasanjo was recognized the chairman of the council executive head, recognized the chairman of the council executive head of the council. It was the same reform that recognized the local government as the third tier of government in Nigeria. Do you get? The 1976 local government reform done under who? Obasanjo. It was that reform that recognized the chairman as the chief executive head, chief executive of the local government council, and also made the local government the third tier of government. We have 3 tiers of government. I want you to mention them for me in the comment. Number 5. The landmark of the Lyttleton Constitution is the dash. The landmark of the Lyttleton Constitution is the dash. A. Creation of the post of Prime Minister. B. Creation of a second chamber at the center. C. Creation of the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives. D. Removal of the Governor General as Chairman of the Federal Cabinet. You know there are several constitutions. By the way, the second assignment I have for you in this video is define the constitution. What is a constitution? And mention all the kinds of constitution you can remember. Lyttleton Constitution, there are several of them. Just mention as many as you can remember. Whenever I give you an assignment as a serious student preparing for this exam, please don't jump it. There is a reason I pick up this particular assignment to give you. There is something I see in the coming JAMB that you don't know. Okay? A landmark of the Lyttleton Constitution is the dash. The answer is C. The Lyttleton Constitution, the landmark it projected was creation of the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives. It was in the landmark constitution that Speaker of the House of Representatives was created. Right? Okay, I hope you are following. Look at question number 6. Delegated legislation is justified by the dash. Delegated legislation is justified by the dash. I hope you are following. Delegated legislation is justified by the dash. A. Superior knowledge of issues by the executive. B. Fear that public debates in the parliament would endanger national security. C. Slow and unwieldy process of decision making in legislative houses. D. Constitutional superiority of the executive over the legislative branch of government. Delegated legislation is justified. The answer is is justified by the slow and unwindly process of decision making in legislation houses. So because of the slow method of taking decisions, legislative decisions in the legislative houses, there is now the option of delegated legislation, where legislation can be delegated to speed up the process. Okay, I hope you are following. By the way, if there are other forms of videos you want me to make for you that you believe could help you, let me know. If there are subjects, areas I have not covered you want me to cover, let me know and I will do that for you. I could consider doing that for you. Also, one of the things you can do is, as you keep watching this video, be more serious, right? Start watching from part 1. After part 2, watch from part 1. Also, go over to the videos we have done on use of English, the videos we have done on the JAMB novel. Just prepare yourself. Get yourself 101% prepared, because JAMB is not child's play. JAMB is not like WAEC or NECO. JAMB is not like your normal classroom exam, right? Last year, over 1.4 million persons failed in JAMB exam. This year, more than 2 million persons has registered for JAMB. So I need you to do your best. The office of the Prime Minister of Nigeria was first by the dash. Okay, the office of the Prime Minister of Nigeria was first promulgated or propended by the dash. A. Ibadan Constitutional Conference of 1950. B. A London Constitutional Conference of 1957. C. London Constitutional Conference of 1958. C. D. London Constitutional Conference of 1953. The answer, these things can be confusing. That is why there is a lot of failure in JAMB exam. But the answer is London Constitutional Conference of 1957. If I were you, I would go over to my JAMB textbook and read up everything about all the constitutional conferences. The office of the Prime Minister was first negotiated or propounded in the London Constitutional Conference of 1957. You know Nigeria was colonized by what? By Britain. So a lot of things were done in London before we got our independence, okay, as a sovereign nation. Which of the following aroused and promoted nationalities feeling among Nigeria? Which of the following aroused and promoted nationalities feelings among Nigeria? When we say nationalities feelings, what do we mean? We mean the different nationalities that make up Nigeria. Okay? A. Slave trade, indirect law, and amalgamation. B. Economic exploitation, racial discrimination, and political parties. C. Communal riots, news media, and religious differences. D. Traditional rulers, district officers, and governor generals. The answer: which of the following aroused and promoted nationalities feelings among Nigeria? The answer is economic exploitation, racial discrimination, and political parties, right? These are the things that arouse that interest that we can be a nation, we can rule ourselves, we wanted the west to live. Okay, I want you to read up these things. Both internal and external factors contributed to the increase for independence by the nationalities, e.g., racial discrimination, exploitation, establishment of political parties, British Labour Party, Pan-African Congress, and all the rest. So when we talk about nationalistic interest, it was that interest that moved the colonized nations to want to be independent. I mean, it started, the first nation to gain independence in Africa was, I want you to, I could have told you, but just go and make the research and tell me under the comment section. It's an assignment. And tell me the year, the first country to gain independence in Africa. Tell me the name of the country, tell me the year, and also tell me the first president of that country. Okay? The Queen of England ceased to be the head of state of Nigeria at dash. The Queen of England ceased to be the head of state of Nigeria at dash. A. Independence in October 1960. B. The attainment of self-government by the region. C. The adoption of the Republican Constitution in October 1963? D. The inception of the presidential system in October 1979. The answer is C. The adoption of the Republican Constitution in October 1963. Remember that Nigeria became a republic in what? In 1963. What is a republic? Tell me in the comment section. That is assignment number 4. It was when we became a republic that Queen of England has to hands off and we started doing our own thing. Okay? Let's look at question number 10. In the Hausa pre-colonial political system, the spiritual and power were vested. The spiritual power and other forms of power were vested in the dash A. In the Hausa pre-colonial political system, power and spiritual power were, both political and spiritual power were vested in the dash A. Emir, B. Madawaki, C. Galadima, D. Wazili. In the Hausa pre-colonial political system, the political and spiritual power was vested in the, is it the Emir, is it the Madawaki, is it the Galadima, or is it the Wazili? I won't tell you the answer. This should be assignment number 5. Tell me the answer in the comment section. In part 3, we will continue from question number 10 and we will keep moving on. If you want to receive those materials, I promise you free of charge. What you need to do is 4 things. Number 1 is very compulsory. Number 1 is join our YouTube channel, Noble Tutorials. As you are watching this video, you can see the option to join. Click on join and join. That one is compulsory. That is the foundation. It will give you access to me, right? You can ask your questions and all the rest. Number two, like this video. Click on like this video. Number 3, share this video. Click on share it here on YouTube, copy the link, share on WhatsApp, share on Facebook groups, on Twitter, on Telegram channels, everywhere. Share it to your friends, your classmates, share it across. Then finally subscribe to our YouTube channel, Noble Tutorials. Click on subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, come under the comment of this video and type I have subscribed. Type what? I have subscribed. Once I see you type I have subscribed, I will chat you up and send those materials to you free. Remember to also submit the assignments I gave you. Don't ignore them. Submit the assignments I gave you. There's a video I'm leaving for you on the screen. Tap on it now and watch immediately.